Hello everyone, today's summary is here. Let's take a look at what's been happening around the world in recent days. We hope you have a great experience. Let's get started. Recently, there have been super typhoons, tornadoes, and floods occurring all over the world. Or terrible forest fires. You see a car in the middle of dangerous floodwaters. Please note this is CCTV footage of a flash flood. 2 people were lucky to escape danger. People nearby quickly moved away from the flood area. The floodwater was very strong and swept everything in its path. This house may collapse if the rain continues. In the video, the scene is a flooded neighborhood. The water level is high, inundating the entire first floor of the houses. The houses below are completely submerged. Trucks parked on the street are also submerged in water. Elsewhere, a river with strong and fast-flowing water, very ferocious, can sweep away everything in its path. You are looking at an image of a tornado forming. From another angle, the tornado appears extremely powerful, with swirling winds so intense that it seems capable of sweeping away everything in its path. This scene captures the raw intensity and danger of nature as the tornado grows stronger. This house was blown across the road by the storm. The wind was so powerful that it lifted the entire house, causing it to drift from its original location and land across the road, showcasing the destructive force of nature. This is a video recorded by a local. I don't know what this phenomenon is, but it is really majestic. Here's another image. Have you ever seen a phenomenon like this? Please comment back with your feelings for everyone to know. After a heavy rain, a tree was struck by lightning. The branches were broken and scattered everywhere. You can watch the slow-motion video to see the danger. What if that car was struck by lightning? A majestic scene was recorded, which was 5 waterspouts appearing at the sea at the same time. But the waterspouts were very dangerous for the boats in that area. What happens when it moves inland? The storm brought heavy rain and strong winds, causing many dangers. The door was unexpectedly damaged by the storm. The mother quickly carried her child to a safe place inside the house. Fortunately, the child was unharmed. The damage caused by storms is often severe, leaving significant losses. The high-rise apartment building stands tall, but the top of the building, struck by lightning, shines brightly, as if the entire scene is being swallowed by the blinding light. A passerby managed to capture the terrifying scene of the wildfire. On the screen, the fierce flames engulfed the vast forest, sending thick black smoke billowing high into the sky. The bright blaze lit up the entire sky, highlighting the devastating destruction caused by the fire. Massive trees were reduced to ash as their branches fell apart, while the strong winds spread the flames even faster, as if they were intent on consuming everything in their path. The surrounding air was scorching and suffocating, with the landscape appearing desolate, like a living nightmare. When the man opened the door, the scene before him left him stunned. His house was deeply flooded. Water was rushing in from all directions, swirling violently. The sound of the rushing, gushing water only heightened the danger, turning what was once a peaceful home into a scene of destruction and chaos. The flash flood struck unexpectedly and unfolded with incredible speed, sweeping away everything in its path. The murky floodwaters carried debris, rocks, trees, and mud from higher ground, creating dangerously fast-moving currents.
Everything's gone. It's all gone.
The fierce flood swept a house away in the rushing water. The house, once a place of peace, is now horribly devastated by the flood. The strong, relentless current keeps pushing, as if the house were being crushed. People gathered along the shoreline, their cameras and phones pointed at the crumbling house on the edge of the Rodanthe Coast, North Carolina. The once sturdy structure, now battered and worn by the relentless waves, was gradually succumbing to the power of the sea. As the house collapsed into the ocean, the onlookers stood silently, capturing the moment of destruction that marked the end of an era for this coastal home. Rescue teams avoid entering the garage, unable to withstand the ferocious winds of the approaching storm. The storm was so powerful that the winds howled like sharp blades, pounding the ground and causing everything to shake. The sea waves roared fiercely, continuously crashing against the shore as if they wanted to tear apart everything in their path.
Whoa!
The dashcam of a car captured the dramatic scene of a landslide. The car itself shuddered under the impact. Landslides are unstoppable forces. People on the road noticed that the hill could potentially collapse. Everyone stopped and moved away from the area to ensure safety. Gradually, rocks and soil started to spill onto the road. People were terrified as they witnessed the scene unfold before their eyes. Another landslide occurred on the hill, seemingly burying one floor of a house. Thankfully, the residents noticed it in time, moved to a safe place, and no injuries were reported. The storm tore the roof off a house, sending debris flying everywhere. Another house also had its roof swept away by the tornado. The tornado seemed determined to carry everything away with its immense force. The power of nature is unpredictable and incredibly dangerous. This man is recording the terrifying scene of the flood. He noticed the danger and moved to higher ground. The powerful flood have collapsed a bridge. The force of the floodwaters seemed determined to sweep the entire bridge away. The strong current broke the dam. Looking at the water, you can see how dangerous it is. The floodwaters surged into the residential area. The swift currents made it impossible for vehicles to move. Residents were desperately moving their belongings and trying to block the water and mud from entering their homes. After a massive storm, a huge wave crashed onto the road. The car quickly reversed to avoid getting flooded. Nature's raw power is something else, huh? You can see the water has flooded a very long stretch of road. A house engulfed in flames stood amid floodwaters, a surreal sight with fire and water coexisting. Despite being surrounded by water, the house continued to burn fiercely. Rescue teams struggled to reach the fire by boat, battling the waves and the heat, determined to save what they could in an almost apocalyptic scene. A Frontier Airlines flight landed at Las Vegas Airport with flames and smoke billowing from the aircraft. Rescue vehicles and the airport crew promptly greeted the plane. It landed safely, and passengers, along with the crew, evacuated the aircraft without incident. A tense moment turned into relief as everyone managed to escape unharmed. This is a beautiful but dangerous image of a volcano. The violent storm ripped the roof off a high-rise building. Footage captured the dangerous scene of the storm. The video highlights the devastation that the storm can cause. The security camera captured the terrifying moment when a violent storm hit, blowing away 3 people who were desperately trying to hold the door of a convenience store. They clung tightly to the door handle, bending down against the fierce wind, trying to prevent the door from being ripped open. But all efforts were in vain. The storm was too strong and blew the door off its frame, causing all 3 of them to be thrown to the ground. A man recorded the scene of the flood that had submerged the entire neighborhood. His house was also flooded. Through this video, you can clearly see the extent of the damage and the devastation caused by the flooding. In this video, people are being forced to evacuate as the floodwaters rise. Everyone is traversing the treacherous water. One misstep and they could be swept away. The scene is tense and heart-wrenching, a stark reminder of nature's formidable power. A flood is surging into the residential area. The swift and powerful waters are incredibly dangerous. One car is struggling amidst the torrent, while another vehicle is already submerged. A catastrophic flood has submerged houses. The powerful currents continue to surge, sweeping away sofas and numerous belongings. The scene is chaotic, with water relentlessly flowing through streets and homes, leaving destruction in its wake. It's a vivid reminder of the relentless force of nature and the havoc it can wreak on daily life. The aftermath will undoubtedly require extensive recovery efforts and community resilience. End of video. Hope you like it, and don't hesitate to give us your feedback in the comment section so we can improve the content. Goodbye, and see you in the next videos.